Hello and welcome to Agenda. I am Tejas Mehta and the topic of our debate today is the big story all day on NDTV 24/7, and that's the question is, should IPL matches be held in Maharashtra given the acute water crisis because of an unprecedented drought situation, or should they be relocated, shifted to another state where there is enough water? And the question arises because activists, petitioners have moved the Bombay High Court, which slammed cricket bodies today, telling them that they were careless, that this was a criminal waste of water as they wanted to use 60 lakh litres of water across 3 stadiums to water the cricket pitches. 20 matches are supposed to be held in Maharashtra across Mumbai, Nagpur and Pune. But will it really be possible for the Mumbai Cricket Association, the Vidarbha cricket body and the Pune Cricket Association to go ahead with this? The Bombay High Court will decide tomorrow. But listen in to what happened inside the court today and the reactions which came after that.
As parts of Maharashtra continue to reel under severe drought, the upcoming Indian Premier League Season 9 has come into focus now following a PIL in court about the amount of water that will be used to prepare the grounds for matches during the multi-million-dollar tournament. Hearing the PIL on Wednesday, the Bombay High Court came down very heavily on the Mumbai Cricket Association, calling this a criminal wastage of water given the situation in the state.
The court has not taken a final decision as to what should be done, but it has suggested and said ideally the matches should move out from Mumbai, from Maharashtra, and go to a state where there is abundant water.
However, moving the matches out of Maharashtra will prove to be a logistical nightmare for the BCCI, with Mumbai set to host the opener on Saturday. In all, 20 matches of the Indian Premier League Season 9 will be affected. 8 in Mumbai, including both the opening match and the final, 9 in Pune, which includes 2 knockouts, as well as 3 in Nagpur.
इन ग्राउंड जो है उनको सींचने के लिए, उनको उनकी ग्रीनरी मेंटेन करने के लिए जितने टैंक पानी लगता है, अगर उससे महाराष्ट्र के किसानों की समस्या हल हो जाती है तो अलग बात है। मुझे नहीं लगता कि उससे कोई पर्पस सर्व होने वाला है। इसलिए जो है खेल अपनी जगह है, तो बहुत थोड़ा पानी लगता है, लेकिन ये कि किसानों को बहुत ज्यादा जल की जरूरत है और उस जल संकट को निपटाने के लिए सारे राजनीतिक दलों को एक साथ एक होकर और उसमें मदद करनी चाहिए, और उसमें बीसीसीआई की तरफ से भी जो मदद हो सकती है हम करने को तैयार हैं।
The amount of water needed to prepare the grounds in the 3 venues is expected to be approximately 60 lakh litres. The Mumbai Cricket Association though argued in court that this water is purchased and is also not fit to drink.
MCA and Wankhede doesn't use the water which has been supplied by the BMC or which is usable for drinking purpose. MCA is using the water which is supplied by tanker and through borewell.
The court is set to hear the matter again on Thursday, but with the IPL opener in Mumbai just days away, the BCCI is now stuck between a rock and a hard place if they are forced to shift the matches out of Maharashtra. With Tejas Mehta in Mumbai, in New Delhi, Akash Das Gupta for NDTV.
As we said, the Bombay High Court will decide tomorrow at 3 p.m. It may give its orders, but joining us to debate all of this, we have Sanjay Jha from the Congress Party. We have advocate Ankita Verma, who was representing the petitioners in the Bombay High Court today. We also have with us Janak Daftari, an activist, a convener of the Maharashtra Jal Biradri, and we also will be joined by Shaina NC from the BJP. Let me start with you, Ankita. The court came down very, very harshly on the cricket bodies and also raised very relevant questions to the state government.
Yes, the court was very sympathetic with the cause, taking into consideration that we had filed that approximately 60 lakh litres of water.
And actually it's more.
And actually the MCA came out with it is approximately 40 lakh litres of water is only used for Wankhede.
In Mumbai, yeah.
In Mumbai. So taking this figure and multiplying it by 3, that is the number of venues, it goes to 1 crore 20 lakh litres of water. So this is a huge figure of water for a state like us, who is reeling under severe drought conditions. Regions like Thane, Navi Mumbai are facing water cuts from 10% to 53%. In this kind of grave situation, is it prudent to hold IPL matches in Maharashtra where such abundant quantity of water would be used only for maintenance of pitches?
And also the court very importantly said that what is asked, what is more important for you, it seems the IPL matches are more important than human lives now.
Absolutely. It was pointed out to the court that hospitals in Latur have been shut because of scarcity of water. There was a report there was a report in the Times of India yesterday which said that a preschool has been closed down in Navi Mumbai, closer home, because of scarcity of water. There have been so many farmer suicides because of non-availability for water.
Right. Let's get a perspective with 1 crore 20 lakhs of water. Sir, what can one do with this water? Of course, the whole point is this water can't be transported to Marathwada and those regions, but this is about solidarity at the end of the day. But what can we do? How much can actually be used, if in terms of say agriculture or even for drinking water, how many people can use so much water?
Looking at it from a non-extra legal angle,
Yeah.
if you take that an average individual needs about 10 litres a day, so you divide your 120 lakhs by 10 and you know how many lakhs of people, 12 lakh people would be able to drink that kind of water and save themselves for one day. So that is the perspective. Now I have another slightly deviant perspective which I'd like to add. It is not only the 120 lakhs of water which is going into the cricket matches, it is also the water which is being diverted into the sugar mills, into the power plants. But possibly you might want to discuss that on another day. So I'm saying 12 lakh people could have managed to drink and survive on a day with that kind of water.
We also have Shaina NC joining us. Shaina, I know we don't have, we are getting Shaina, waiting for Shaina NC still, but we have Sanjay Jha. Sanjay, let's be beyond the politics of all of this, because we also had senior Congress leader Rajiv Shukla, who of course is the chairman of the IPL, backing the fact that matches should be held in Mumbai and other parts of Maharashtra, and he said, a few liters of water here and there won't really make a big difference. But, ultimately all political parties have to come together, because this is a unprecedented situation. I have travelled across Maharashtra and this crisis is almost at our doorstep now.
Tejas, I want to tell you that I completely admire and appreciate the passion and the determination of activists like Ankita Verma, whom I heard some time ago. And, the truth of the matter is that, Maharashtra is one amongst the 9 states that is officially declared as a drought-affected state. So this is not something which is, speculative or is being interpreted differently by different people. I mean, you look at the stories emerging out of Latur, and I think for the viewers of NDTV, many of them would know that even if a water tanker is going into Latur, that itself requires protection, because people are so desperate today that's leading to a social riot out there to get water. Now, in these circumstances, I think this is now a human tragedy of epic proportions in the making. And therefore, I'll be very upfront with you to tell you that in the circumstances, holding whether it's an IPL or any other activity that is extravagant in terms of consumption of water needs drastic curtailment. And if the courts have to infringe into the process and take a call, so be it. I think end of day, everybody will have an argument to justify, why, end of day everything should be the responsibility of somebody else. But when you see fellow human beings in Latur, Osmanabad, Beed, and you have covered this area in depth in Marathwada, I think it is beyond, any discussion that something needs to be done about it on an urgent basis. And I'm completely with you and the activists on this, that if the IPL tomorrow is told by the courts to stay off, an alternative venue can be found out.
Alternative venues can be found out, but as many are asking, why didn't you come when the T20 was there really? Because water was consumed then too, drought was as acute then.
So this issue started picking up after Holi, when the state had urged people to go for waterless Holi. That was a time when we in urban Maharashtra went into research and we tried to figure out as to how acute the shortage of water is. And that is when we came across the statistics as to how many people are dying, how many institutions are closing down. As Sanjay ji said, that if a person is going to areas like Latur, water tankers have to be given police protection. In fact, 144 has been levied in Parbhani. So in this kind of situation, it was necessary that whenever we could have intervened, we have intervened. In fact, this was a decision that was taken on the 30th of March, that yes, this is a grave problem and it needs to be addressed, and without wasting any time, the petition was filed on Monday.
Okay, let's get a few questions from you have a question?
Yes. It is really shocking for me to see and know why the government is not responding quickly. These decisions had to be taken quickly. Why is the government taking it so long to decide whether a state faces the situation of drought or not?
Okay, we are waiting for Ms. Shaina NC to join us, but Mr. Afsari, if you can add to that, too little, too late, because if, as Ankita was pointing out, they did say a dry Holi, they banned, any rain dances, no swimming pools. This could have also been taken care of. Is a holistic approach missing?
Yeah, if you start counting the kind of water that we use or abuse during Holi, and the volume, the quantum of water that is actually a shortfall today, there is not really much, money coming back from your saving in Holi, etc. We are talking about 3,400 MLD of water for Greater Mumbai. Now, if we were able to treat and recycle and then reuse it, you see the kind of volumes, the quantum that can be generated. And I'd like to take you up on that point you made, that it cannot be transported to Latur. I'm saying when there is an earthquake, do we not rush planes and do we not rush supplies?
But water, how would you? By trains you can do
Trains, tankers, it's not rocket science. No, it's water science. You need to transport water at a cost. Let these IPL matches which are generating, they're raking in so much of money in terms of hard cash. Why don't they subsidize the transport cost?
You agree with that, Sanjay? I mean, Rajiv Shukla has also mentioned that, and so did Ashish Shela today, that they are going to go and help ahead, farmers' suicide or those in the droughted regions. But this is about solidarity. It's about a gesture. It's about about some grace, as an activist really put it. So, where does one draw the line? Because you also covered cricket in a sense. So, where does one draw the line in situations like these?
Now, Tejas, in these situations, you have to cross the line. You can't draw the line. And end of day, if you look at the sponsors of the IPL tournament, if you look at even those who are part of the larger Mumbai Indians network, I mean, it's a huge, there's a lot of corporate funding available. And I feel this is where, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. I think a lot of corporates do social responsibility, and you get a lot of political and publicity and media mileage out of it. But these are genuine, very, very hard realities that we need to confront as a country. I mean, anybody, I think, today if anybody reads the stories that have emanated from Latur, is distressing. I mean, many of us live in Mumbai and are used to 24/7 water, and to believe that there are people have gone for weeks without taking a bath and just about managing to have enough to drink. I think at this point, I agree with the gentleman who said before that the least that can be done, and I'll await the court verdict and respect it, is that the corporates who are funding these IPL, and especially those who are funding the local team in Mumbai, can rise above their, whatever parochial marketing considerations and try and see how they can make a difference to people in Latur and other parts of Maharashtra that are devastated by the lack of water.
Okay, we have Shaina NC from the BJP joining us finally. Shaina, two quick questions. One which came from somebody in the audience from here, and the question asked was, why doesn't the government really tackle this in a holistic manner? They banned you banned rain dances. You said no to swimming pools. Why couldn't this really be stopped too? And second question really is the government really today in favor of shifting IPL matches given the acute drought situation? Shaina.
First and foremost, I think we need to highlight two facts. This PIL, which was filed in April 1st, my voice is echoing, so if you can have that corrected, on April 1st was done so by a BJP activist himself, Vivekanand Gupta. The larger thought is that 70 lakh litres of water, irrespective of whether it's potable or not, is going to be used on these 19 matches in Mumbai, Nagpur and Pune. The plea to BCCI is that if you care for this home state of Maharashtra and if you care for the drought prone and the drought stricken, do understand that across Maharashtra, the dams don't even have 22% water of what should be there. You have in Marathwada, for example, only 5 dams which even have water out of 11. You have a situation where in certain places, even as Latur has been declared the most severest of severe drought prone state. Now I think that every bit of water that is saved is a mandate or a virtue or an expectation or a conscience of every citizen. I think the Honourable Courts made a point. Tomorrow there will be a conclusive evidence to suggest whether the Honourable Courts feel we should continue or not. Nobody questioned during the World Cup because that was an international series. But when it comes to IPL, I'm sure we can watch it on our televisions. I'm sure we can watch it from other parts of the state. I mean, not in Maharashtra, but other states in India. And I think that if we want to encourage cricket, we can encourage it. At the same time, we can have a moral conscience for a state which is gripping, where the Chief Minister himself has started the Jal Yug Shivar. And our only appeal to public at large is join this movement. Don't think about what this water could have been used for. Think how it can be used, whether it's to wash vessels, whether it's for latrines and toilets, etc. Every drop in today's scenario counts.
Okay, we'll take a short break at this point, but on the other side, we'll take the final thoughts, final comments from all our guests. And welcome back to Agenda. We're taking final thoughts on the topic we're discussing. Given the acute drought situation in Maharashtra, should IPL matches be relocated and shifted? Your final thoughts, is it time for Maharashtra to implement, emergency measures now?
Definitely, I demand proper compliance to the state water policy and probably framing of a policy for events like this.
Mr. Daftari, even the collectors have the powers to, stop this from happening.
See, going to the collector and getting it stopped may be one approach. Personally, I think I work with my hands and I would rather make a noise. Let the citizens make a noise. It's our water and it is being abused or misused or diverted from the basic priorities that have been defined right from the time Baba Adam was working. So this has to be reached. If we are going to send supplies to different parts of the country, remote areas with water and food and all, surely this is a done thing. It doesn't need much money to begin with.
Sanjay, last comments. You have 10 seconds. Sanjay.
Tejas, very quickly, it's a question of the government's priorities. Everybody is aware that Marathwada region has had less than 42% rain for the last 2 years. But the Chief Minister needs to stop worrying about forcing people to say Bharat Mata ki Jai and make political points and worry about the social welfare of the common citizens of Maharashtra.
Shaina, you can ignore that and respond because our focus is solely on the drought. Shaina.
The drought situation is being combated not just with the Jal Yug Shivar but also with people's participation to ensure that water is safe. Rainwater harvesting is implemented in huge pockets of the state. 120,000 constructions to save water even with minimal rain or no rain. Measures have been taken. Having said that, sports is important at its own place, but it's not to suggest that sports only need to be played in Mumbai, Nagpur or Pune when the issue is larger and the issue is in the interest of every single person. Marathwada today doesn't even have 5% of water in dams, which is lower than what it has ever been. It is a grave situation and we are going to definitely comply with what the Honourable Courts say.
Okay, then the activists, the BJP, the Congress, everybody seems to be on the same page. Of course, the MCA and the BCCI has to respond. That's all we have on agenda here. But of course, tomorrow, the Bombay High Court will probably give orders on this very important issue. That's all we have. Thank you and goodbye.